Lucky Boys Podcast.
There's actually this video out right now that's been getting so much attention from the conspiracy theorists to skeptics to corporations shutting it down.
You're talking about the Plandemic.
Plandemic. That has gone extremely viral now. Some of you listening to us right now may go, oh, yeah, I saw that. And another group was like, hold on, what is that? And I'll tell you, for the second group that I'm talking about, the reason you can't get a hold of it is because they have done a tremendous job censoring the shit out this video where you can't find it.
I'm in that camp. I was looking for the video this morning. I couldn't find it.
You can't find it at all.
And I read an article, like Facebook, YouTube, they all took it down. They censored it. They took it down because they're apparently afraid that it's causing some sort of there's a lot of misinformation about the COVID-19, and it might cause harm to the general public.
And I'll tell you why. I actually saw that video. I saw the first 15, 20 minutes, and I got to tell you, I was watching it before I went to bed, right? I was like, oh, what's this? Someone was like, hey, Will, check this out. This shit is convincing. And I was like, all right. And then I was like, holy shit, this production value is legit. Like the lighting, the editing.
It looks like ESPN.
Seriously. Right?
You got the light.
It is on some 60
HD
minutes
camera.
level production value. So I was looking at it like, whoa, hold on. This is super professional and they're taking it very seriously. And the person that they're interviewing, she has credentials, right?
Who is that person?
I forget her name. But I think she was
she used to be a researcher, right?
Right. And she worked with Dr. Fauci and several others.
Her name is Judy Mikovich.
Okay.
Judy Mikovich.
Yeah, she has a book now. Mm-hmm. So that kind of made me go, that was the first thing that made me go, hold on. The timing of this and your book out, I was like, that's a good marketing push.
It's a little coincidental there.
Hey, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that business move. But however, it's a bit disturbing, or I should say very disturbing, when not everything about it is true. Mm-hmm. Now, on the surface, it looks like it's pretty convincing. Like I'm like half asleep. Like I said, I fell asleep watching. I like sometimes instead of reading a book or whatever, I like to fall asleep to ancient aliens or just stuff like that. Just I don't know why. Like since I was a little boy, I used to watch like Unsolved Mysteries, and that used to put me to sleep like that. So whenever I have trouble sleeping, I straight up go on to Unsolved Mysteries, Ancient Aliens, Conspiracy Theories, and South Park. Like I don't know why. That's like bedtime stories for me.
Right.
So I was watching this, and the first 10 minutes, I was like, okay, it's interesting. It's the way it's produced. And you're watching it and the editing and the cuts, and it keeps you engaged. That's for sure in terms of entertainment value. But
what exactly was she trying to say?
But the logic of the interview was like, I've just found like it to be inconsistent, and then I started getting sleepy. And what I mean by that, it's like, it's like she's saying Judy, right?
Yeah.
She's saying like it's like a conspiracy to hide the outbreak of this highly contagious, genetically modified coronavirus created by the U.S. in cahoots with China. Right?
Damn.
Then she says,
deep state type of shit.
Yeah. But the production is so damn good. It's convincing. If you're being fed this information and you're not really looking to look at what you eat, I'm just using a metaphor here, in terms of looking to what type of media you consume, and you just blindly consume it, and you could easily be convinced. Because I'll tell you what, I was looking at it like, whoa, this is crazy, right? But when you start paying attention and you go, hold on, like I said, there's some things that just it doesn't sit right. Just doesn't feel like it's consistent. Because on one end, she's saying that it is this genetically modified coronavirus created by U.S. and China, right, the governments, and then she's like, the entire thing is it's a Medicare scam, and that all the deaths are from failed H1N1 vaccines.
Okay, so
I'm going. So which one?
So she's saying like a vaccine caused these deaths.
Right.
That's
right.
happening right now.
Right. I mean, I wanted to.
It takes a long time.
And I apologize to our viewers and listeners because I really wanted to. Like I said, I watched the first. I don't know. I fell asleep to it, so I don't know at what part it cut off. But I know I watched at least 15, 20 minutes, right? And I wanted. No, I think the whole thing is like 29, 30 minutes.
26. From what I read, it's like 26 minutes or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know when I started fading out.
Yeah.
Right. But, I wanted to go back because I knew we have to talk about this, and I wanted to go back and watch it with fresh eyes, with my cup of coffee. I'm fully engaged. I'm focused. And I'm really, but that's just a little piece that I got. And then I know that you tried to jump on it as well, and you weren't able to watch it, so we really can't really dissect it, as much as we normally would, with other conspiracies. But I'm not one of those skeptics where I lean too hard as being a skeptic, like saying all conspiracies are bullshit, and I'm not one of those guys that think, with a tinfoil hat on, going all conspiracies are true. I'm somewhere, depending. I could be here, I could be there. It depends on the whole situation. But
you want to hear it out, and you want to look at the facts.
Exactly.
Examine the facts after.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I instead of being fed information, I want to feed myself. Yeah. So I want to look at what I'm consuming and just follow what science is. Because a lot of people look at science now, it's like it's a fucking religion. Instead of just using common sense or what science is you observe and then you come to a conclusion and you have your theories, but people seem to just jump to conclusions immediately. I think we have to be careful. We get into dangerous territory there.
Well, science can be debunked. In this particular case, from when I read an article, I might not have seen the video, but I read an article about in the video, she was arrested for something. She was arrested, and the video, I think it was insinuating that they arrested her because to silence her. But apparently,
they put a 5-year gag order on her.
Yeah, but apparently she was arrested because she stole paper. She took her research. Like when she was fired, when you get fired from a job, you can't take information and data from the office.
That you can't.
I get locked out. I was locked out. Like when I got fired from my jobs, I was locked out.
It depends. Like, all right, you can't unless you took it in advance before you got locked out. But even so, for example, like if you're in an industry, let's say you work for a major corporation and you have a book of business, which is your clients, and you deal with them. And then when you leave, say like you compile the list, or you just have a relationship with those clients anyway. With those major accounts, you won't even need to like get those files. If you really work hand in hand with them for several years, you just know them like the back of your hand. You cannot, if you leave for a competitor, you cannot take those clients. You cannot even speak to them.
Yeah.
Or you can't even recruit. If you're a hiring manager, you can't even recruit some of the folks that were under you before in the company.
Right. Like you're poaching them.
Right.
From the company.
Right. Otherwise, you'll forfeit whatever severance that they'll give you due to that fact. So in this case, like you were mentioning, I could see where they put a gag order for 5 years, but I don't know how. I mean, that's in a corporate world.
Well,
I don't know how
that. She was working for Dr. Fauci, the government.
Right. I don't know how governments work.
Yeah.
So I could just speak to. I never worked for a government agency, so I don't know. But